Producer Donnie B. GotDaBeats.
Yo, live and direct from the beat, the inaugural episode of the beat.
Hey,
Donnie B got the beats. I'm your host, man, for the beat. It's the show that spotlights all of the hottest individuals and most talented individuals in the music game and the entertainment game. Just shining a spotlight on these talented individuals for hopes that people can see what other people, their peers are doing, as well as all of those that are aspiring to jump up in the industry. They get to learn firsthand from those who's really making some moves, So in my travels, and I've been doing this music thing for quite a long time. One of the more influential and most humblest individuals I've ever come across, Tobari. We just kind of hit it off immediately. My brother-in-law, had me come by his house, because he was working on his demo, and just so happens Tobari. And speaking of, I had heard of Tobari too through a couple of other people through some other circles, but my brother-in-law Mike was like, "Yo, I want you to come over and meet this dude Tobari, man. He dope with it, man. You know what I'm saying? He definitely somebody you should meet, man." Okay, cool. So I went through, and it's been nothing but love and blessing ever since. This guy's the real deal. Just wanted to start off by introducing Tobari. Tobari, how do you say your last name? Just so I don't want to butcher it on live for everybody.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm Tobari Fingal. I go by Coach T.
Coach T.
Yeah, because I've been doing a lot of coaching and trying to, help a lot of artists and folk come through this industry, guns blazing, but still making the moves that they know they can make with the talent they have, So blessed to have known you, introduced you a while back, and it's all love.
Appreciate you for your time. Definitely appreciate you for your craft, man. Let's jump into this thing, man. So first of all, not only are you a music producer, but now you're also an artist manager as well. First of all, that's awesome. I tried to dabble in artist management, and it is. I lost all my hair, bro. I lost all my hair.
Yeah, mine turned gray. Mine turned gray.
Yeah, it's war marks, bro. But nonetheless, so you have that under your belt. But before we get to that, just want to spotlight exactly, who you are as a person, what got you into music. Just give everybody a little bit of example of or background of who Tobari Fingal is and what led him to music.
Man, bless. Yeah, man. I started singing actually, kid, and when I would sing, people just had this like really dope reaction. So I kind of just went with it. It made sense to me, and it felt right. But I shortly after that went ahead to music school. I went to Baltimore School for the Arts, where I actually was introduced to classical music. So I became classically trained over that 4-year period. And after that, I went to Berklee College of Music, where I received my degree in music business management. But until this point, have yet to really use it. So this whole new experience for me is pretty dope because I'm actually getting to use the skill that I got my degree in.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, I'm still, here in the studio making the music. So it's many hats that I'm wearing at the same time right now. Right now, my artist that I'm working with is a pleasure to work with because she's not only dope, but she's also my kid sister. So that works. Tamara Jade, at Tamara Jade Music, you can follow her everywhere, who is currently on this season of The Voice, season 19. And if you haven't checked out her performance, you're in for a treat because, oh yeah. She is also a classically trained vocalist and has a dual degree in sociology and everything, and is killing the game right now. We just released her album not that long ago, and things are really moving. Things are really, really moving. That's me in a nutshell right now, man.
Awesome. No, that's dope, man. And I mean, if you haven't seen it, we got a little bit clip for you. But before we get that, I just gotta say she blew the doors off of like it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? And it's really not too common for you to be watching something and somebody to perform at that level, at that caliber, and say, yeah, I'm from Bowie, Maryland. You know what I mean? And most of the time, people outside of the PG County don't know nothing about Bowie. They don't know anything about that. But Bowie, man, is a haven, bro. Like it's a lot of talented individuals that come up out of that area. So, it's a blessing.
Musicians and instrumentalists and producers. Fire coming out of PG County.
And comedians.
And comedians. True, that's true. That's very true.
Facts. Very true, cool. Well, all of those things is important, you know what I mean? But again, tell me a little bit about Tamara Jade before we get to this, the clip for the voice.
Oh man, Tamara Jade has been singing for as long as I can remember. And what makes our relationship that much more special to me is that when I was a kid, right, I was a young boy, I wanted a sister. So I used to go out and pray to God for a sister. And my parents would kind of laugh at me. They'd be like, look at me praying for a sister. And then sure enough, I got my sister. Okay. And right now, it's with all these things that's coming to fruition, it's like, God, I understand why my wish was granted. I get it now. She's here for a reason. She's here to be a light. So first off, Tamara Jade is a light. And her music is joyful. It makes you feel good. And even the judges on the panel, after they heard her blind audition, said exactly that. So that goes to show you the type of caliber of artist she is, where she has a strict vision and can make that vision come to fruition. Like, that is a powerful trait. And as an artist, even in her performance, you'll see all of it come together. And you're right, it's at such a high level because she's not only just talented, she's studied. Like I said, she's studied classically as well as music theory, and she plays, and she can program her own show, musicians down to the backgrounds, and did. Check out her website for that show. So yeah, she's fantastic. I can't wait for you guys to hear her.
Awesome. So I guess the question I got to ask you is that, being big brother, right? Family member, but also business associate, right? How does that make you feel seeing that takeoff point happen right in front of your face?
The interesting thing for me is not so much that it's the family, because my family's always been really strong like that. We come from a big family of entrepreneurs from my grandmother. You showed just the portion of the performance, but there was another portion early on where they told my story. They told our story from my grandmother coming from Jamaica, coming all the way to the States, and some of the things that she had to go through and get past, in order to make it. And so this is kind of a long line of like really powerful people trying to make a move. Whether it worked or not was never the point. We always tried our best. So really what I'm seeing as a manager and as a big brother and as a family member is like the next generation. So that feels bigger to me than just a business deal, because on this is the way I work. Everything is paperwork, family or no. This is how we're going to do it, because we want to make sure that we have a clear vision about how we're going to move forward, so that when that time comes to move forward, we're all marching at the same beat.
Right.
But bigger than that, there is a dynasty feel that's kind of happening, because, my sister will tell you that one of her biggest influences is my grandmother, who at one point had a driving school, a restaurant, fed the homeless, just because she could. You know what I'm saying? Has a beautiful home in just off of Georgia Avenue in DC, and has been there for so many years that she basically just kind of leaves her door unlocked and people kind of just mosey on it, and because she has that type of relationship with the community. So what I see right now is so much bigger than just family or work. It's a dynasty. Like, we're building something bigger than ourselves, and it feels so good.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's totally understandable. And it's awesome. not only it's just on so many levels. So like you said, making it that you come from a lineage of people that are fantastic entrepreneurs. You definitely have an amazing work ethic. It shows and quality of work for sure. And you know, just overall, the fact of the matter is that you guys you're not talking the talk, you're walking the walk. And that
I'm trying to.
hey man, listen, I'm gonna watch what I do here. That's walking the walk right there, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, much can be said, and you see a lot of things go up on, you know, YouTube, fantasy, you know, people, you know, padding stats and so forth and so on. No, you're walking the walk, and that part is amazing. You know what I mean? And you know, truly blessed and honored to know people who have done or doing what you're currently doing. And you know, I just wish nothing but the best for you guys. Seriously.
Man, I sincerely appreciate it. And believe me, it's because of people like you. I watch your grind too. I see your videos and I see everything that you're doing, and you inspire me to keep going. Because believe me, there's some times when you just want to quit, but you look up at your peers and it's like, you know, if he's doing it, you could put in one more day at least, because he done stepped his game up. If he did it, you could do it. And it's good to grow together, you feel me? So where we came from back at the old place till now.
Yes.
You can see the elevation point. Salute to you, sir.
Appreciate it. Likewise, man. In kind.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of time left. So I just kind of want to run through some things to see where your head's at. First, tell me about Haven House.
So Haven House, as you can see right here, is my private home studio. I went ahead and put some good money behind it. You can see, you can't see it, but in the walls, I have everything treated. And even though it's my basement studio room, well, when we had our house constructed, we just had them just leave this room, concrete walls, concrete floor, and we just went in and laid everything down, from the framing to the insulation to the we did some what is, I forget what it's called, resilient channeling in the walls and everything. And so in the booth, I have a little closet back here, my door. It looks pretty good in here, you know what I'm saying? And it not only looks good, but it feels good. It's a place where you can come in and get some work done. And it's not a lot of space on purpose. It's a very small space, because what I want to do is make sure that we're not creating a hangout point. We're creating a work zone. So once you step into work, we're at work.
Right.
And you'd be surprised, even though the environment is comfortable. I even have a fireplace behind me. It's beautiful in here, but it's work time. When people come in, they go, oh yeah, I feel like when I close the door, I'm in a whole new space, and now it's time to work. And I'm gonna be releasing some videos and doing some it's me, Coach T style videos on the industry and how it works and how I got to from point A to point B, strategies, best practices, and that type of thing. And you'll be able to see the setup a lot more there on my YouTube channel at Haven House Music. So yeah, soon enough, man. All these things are getting ready to be rolled out, you know.
Cool. Like, I'm excited for you, man. And you know, like I said, I remember the last time I was at the spot. It definitely, and it was amazing. It was beautiful when it was there. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, I need a place to record when I come back.
Hey, you already know, fam. You already know what time that is. Just come on through. And his house, so you probably have some home cooked food when we're done too. So yeah.
You say less, bro. Say less. So let me ask you the next question. Oh, and by the way, with your you know, all of your links and so forth and so on, you already gave me stuff for Tamara Jade, which I'm going to put in the comments and stuff like that below. Sure. Make sure for Haven House I have all of the contact information and links and stuff, so I can put that with the interview as well, so people can just access and link it. Okay.
Absolutely, I'll shoot you probably an instant message with everything in it, so you can have it.
Coolio. So next real question. This one's going, again, I got to stir up the pot a little bit.
Let's go. Current
state of Washington, D.C. music scene. You tell me. What's your thoughts? And be real.
I have a love-hate relationship with DC and this music scene. I'm just gonna keep it 110. I have a love-hate relationship because I love what we're capable of. We just saw Malik the drummer on AGT, and he did something on that stage that had never been done before. And he's a homegrown. I was just slapping my drums and off K Street
Yeah.
where I set up,
Yeah.
and then went to that stage and did that thing. And that's DC regular. That's, you could pick a guy out in a crowd and he could probably do something like that. You could pick a young lady out of a crowd and she could probably surprise you.
Right.
But we don't have the mindset yet that allows us to become fruitful, even though we have that talent,
Right.
that skill. That mindset still holds us back. So I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Like, one of my missions while I'm here on this earth is to be a leader, a thought leader, and a leader in action about how to get this done properly. Like, forget the scam stuff. We know this industry is built on scams and crooks, and we got it. We don't have to be that to participate successfully. And we're trying to prove that right now with Tamara Jade. But my ultimate goal is to be that thought leader in this area to change that mentality. There's no reason DC couldn't be in Atlanta. There's no reason DC couldn't be in LA. There's just no reason. And so, since that's the case, I just take it upon myself to try to become that. We have a lot of successful people, but like, what are they saying? What's the influence? Where's the programming? Where's the schooling? Where's the tutelage? I'm working right now with Easy Street from 96.3 and his nonprofit Music Industry Academy, where he's teaching young folks about the industry. And he's teaching about it from a very unique position as a radio host and as a personality on the web. He understands what this industry is looking for. And he taps into people like myself and other people in the area to be able to change the mentality. To me, he has the exact right idea. Get them early and get them young. But what I want to do is formalize this process, make it all digital so that people can download, buy, grow, join the community, and make it as big as it can possibly be. People are already doing it. The blueprint's already there. All I need is cooperation and an opportunity. And I wait for neither. So here we go.
That's awesome. And let me tell you why I believe that's an incredibly intelligent model, because subscription as a service is everything right now, and to be able to talk SaaS and have people understand it, that's apples to oranges. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it automatically weeds you out from a whole bunch of riffraffs of people that just don't have no place in the business. You know what I mean? So it just shows an intellect of evolution and processing that's above average. You know what I mean? So again, kudos to you. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna make money recording hour by hour by hour by hour. That model's dead. It's dead because most of this stuff one could get for $1,000. It may not be the high end stuff, but you could get it done. Is the point?
Right.
So what I have to offer is something bigger than just the equipment. I have to offer the expertise and the know-how behind it in order for it to really make sense. So I also have to be a student to make sure that I'm not BSing the end user. I got to know what I'm talking about, and I got to show and prove. So that's what I'm here to do.
Looks like you're already on your way to doing it, bro.
Hey,
so
man.
I got two more things I want to run by you real quick.
Let's go.
All right. So second to last question is so who's in your playlist right now? Top 5 artists. Who's in your playlist?
I'm in this weird space where I'm just now coming back to music, because what I do is I dive in and then I get out and then I dive in my own mind and recreate the things that I hear, like the motifs that I hear, because I don't want to copy. What I want to do is be inspired. So what I do is then I isolate myself and I just consider my mind some clay and I just mold to see what I can come up with. Then I kind of bring it back and then see, like, measure what I have against what's out there and what's popular. So right now I'm just coming back to it. So one of the records that I'm playing right now that I can't get enough of BJ Chicago Kid. Like, everything he's doing to me right now is like fire, but it's fire in a uniquely like Chicago like way that I think is so authentic. And that's one of the things that I like to know. Like, if I'm going to attempt a new genre, I want to be as authentic as possible. So what is it that makes this so appealing to this group of people.
Right.
Because as a producer, I think if you can understand and tap into that, and you have a decent enough business mind, winning is just a matter of time. So, you know, that's kind of who I'm like really, really on right now. Like that's what I'm focused on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, you know, make sure you guys heard it here first. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you should check out if you're not already hit on it. Last question is, do you have any advice for aspiring talent? Anybody who wants to kind of get to the level of success that you're at, or just achieve even a moderate level of success, whether or not that's from people from the DMV or globally, nationally, whatever. What's your advice?
My advice is very simple. Fear is not your friend. The only reason most of the folks who are out there aren't really winning is because of fear of something or another. And this is not me trying to talk down to these people. This is me trying to say I get it, because I go through the same fears, and it's terrifying to be a husband, a father in a beautiful home, but have to maintain that while you have this let's call it a day. This is expensive. This is expensive stuff. And you got to maintain all of it. And my wife always tells me this. She said, if people come to our house and it's a dirty house, they go, what is she doing wrong that this house is so dirty? But if the family falls apart, they're not going to say, what did she do? They're going to say, what did he do? What did you do that messed this whole thing up? That's how I feel all the time. It's terrifying, but it's not terrifying enough for me not to give it my absolute all. And if that means today I'm taking my best foot forward and that's all I got, then that's what that means. But that means come through hell or high water, I'm making forward momentum no matter what. Fear or no fear, go.
Hey man, listen, I made a lost words right quick. I had to sit back and check. Hey, where we at with it, man? Now these are dope. You know, there's a lot of wisdom in those statements that you just said, and definitely agree with you. Perseverance is everything, just making sure that you have an understanding of who you are and never lose sight of that as well.
Yeah.
But again, listen, I appreciate you, bro. Like I call you my bro because I believe you, my bro, man. And like I said, I don't feel that I could do this this podcast without people like you, who I call my family, my bros. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to tell you that I absolutely respect you. I absolutely respect your craft and everything that you've been working on. The level of success that you have achieved is deserved, and the sky's the limit for you. And you have my blessings. Okay.
I feel the same way too. Thank you.
Appreciate it. And
have me on your platform, bro.
Nonetheless, it is what it is, man. Like you said, it's all love. So with that being said, man, we want to wrap the first episode of The Beat. Again, I'm Donnie B. Hey, Donnie B got the beats, Tobari Fingal, and check everybody out. Their contact information and with both Tamara Jade as well as Tabari's information will be in the credits. Make sure you stay tuned. And we're just gonna walk it out with stuff like this.
Donnie B.